So I envision the future of work to be super dynamic. As I talked earlier, we're moving towards being autonomous and independent teams that need to have some form of focus and for innovation, but also be associated and aligned, which I think is going to be one of these really interesting challenges that will require some very different kind of leadership, which I'm sure you will be asking me about. But I think it's also going to be very distributed. We're global companies, so we're going to have teams working all over the world, and finding a hybrid between being on site, which I really still believe on, is kind of co-creation, and yet also having the tools to really be creative remotely is going to be super critical. And I really hope that as part of this work, we really get closer and closer to the people that we serve, our customers. So I mentioned lateral leadership. I really believe that's like one of the most critical qualities. And with lateral leadership, I really mean the ability to build alignment. I think we talked about negotiation earlier today, so to be able to negotiate amongst peers. And I think that's a significant difference from more traditional hierarchical kind of structures. And so empathy is important, especially if we work with diverse teams. We're just talking about different forms of communication. Somebody's really straightforward bluntness may come across as being maybe a bit aggressive, but in reality it's simply their cultural kind of reflection. So there's a lot more that's going to be needed to really bring people together and have them be confident and trust each other, which I think is going to be one of the foundations to build this kind of collaboration. So it's really interesting. We heard some of the presentations earlier about the need to continuously learn and new technologies and partner with technologies. And for me, it struck me that that's actually something I've always embraced. The technologies they in some ways superpower you, right? So they allow us to do more things in a different way. They provide us with more information, more data, more ways in which to understand the problems we're trying to solve. So I see them as incredibly effective and powerful for us to embrace. And yes, that is part of the reinventing we need to do. We need to continuously understand what is coming next. How do we use it, but also how do we create with it? And I think that's one of these important distinctions. So you can't create with it if you don't use it because you don't understand it.